Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you are in the world, we're happy to have you here joining us for the Link to the Past Randomizer main tournament group stage reveal here on SpeedGaming. Hi folks, main tourney admin Sabotender here, setting the stage for you today. We've got a fun reveal seed planned for you, run by our top qualifier, Humbug. So stay tuned, we're only minutes away from readying up and getting everything started. For those who are just catching up with the main tournament, qualifying was a bit different this year as we went to an async system, giving runners more flexibility to run their qualifiers at a time that was convenient for them. Runners ran each of the 5 game modes that you will see in the group and bracket stages this year, and their scores were calculated based on all 5 of those qualifiers. In previous years, we had dropped runners' highest and lowest scores, so this year, every run counted. A big shout out to Synac this year for building the async system with Sahasrabot. It worked exactly as we hoped it would. So thanks to him and to everyone who tested it and provided feedback for it. The async format produced some really competitive scores, and these 128 who you will get to know over the course of the next 2 hours have all earned their place in the group stage. We've had over 1,200 runs attempted and 300 runners give qualifiers a shot, which is an incredible turnout, and we are so happy to see so many community members take part. One last thing that I wanted to mention before handing it over to our commentators for today's reveal is that the main tournament welcomed a number of new mods and leaders, and I wanted to quickly shout them out here. We received a number of amazing applications from folks, and if you weren't chosen this year, don't give up. Keep volunteering and apply again next year. There's always openings to be filled, so we look forward to seeing you give it another shot. But for 2023, we are welcoming back NY Rambler to our commentary team, along with Keebs, Dr. Bobtastic, and Captain 1977. The Tracker Mod team brought in Brave and Zarender into the fold. Freddie and Nakapesh are joining as operations. Core Collector jumped in as a restream mod, and we've got Will, WC, and Dante helping us out with media. And on the leader side of things, we have a bunch of wonderful people who will be making their way towards admin status soon enough, with Duke Firebird, Lysandra, Kaysden, Mr. Aaron Snurd, and one of our commentators today, Adalor, finding their feet behind the scenes here at the main and already are doing a great job. We're so happy to have them join us, all of our mods, all of our leaders, and just as we at the ALTTPR main tourney are happy to have you join us here today for this event. So without further ado, let's take it over to our commentators for today's reveal, Adalor and Jesse.
Thank you, Sabo. Really appreciate the introduction, and welcome everyone. We're going to be getting going just a moment here. We are resolving one little tech thing, and then we will get this reveal going. Yep, I'm Adler, and with me today on commentary is Radical Sniper 899, aka Jesse. How's it going?
Hey, Adalor, this is great. 128 names to come, and this is going to be exciting. And I mean, especially, I believe you and I are both waiting to see our name, or am I wrong here?
You're in, I'm not. I didn't quite make it. I was about 140th, a lot. I mean, I'll take it. A lot better than last year, but not quite there. Maybe next year.
Yeah, as Sabo indicated, the whole async process or qual process this year was super competitive. We looked at if you look at the qual score that's gotten into this main tournament in the last few years, we were hovering right around 81 points with the 2022 main. This year, that qualifying mark jumped up, if I'm not mistaken, to around an 85 required. So really high expectations with the runs that were submitted to get into this group.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of speculation going into this with the format we used. It was kind of neat to watch from behind the scenes and think of what people are speculating, and they're talking about like, oh, how's the cutoff going to be this year? And it ended up being actually like 85.4 or 5 or something like that. So really quite the competitive field.
Yeah, and you would have thought that with the no drops this year, you might see a drop in that qualifying score, but I think that diversity of modes that Sabo mentioned, having to run every one of them, some of those modes were a bit longer and thus had some higher scores to them.
Yeah, the forcing every score to be used. think it's a very good decision overall. Yes, it gets rid of the kind of that safety net, but I think getting rid of the safety net honestly has been a good thing. It forces a more consistent play, and I think I like that overall. And then also like using all the modes and the qualifiers, really big compared to any last year. Where it's like last year, like we have all these modes, but you're only qualifying in open hard.
Exactly.
Wasn't exactly a great example of really like what you're getting into at the tournament. So yeah, using every mode in the qualifiers really kind of a big improvement.
Yeah, and so if you missed what those 5 modes are, we do have that open hard that you mentioned. That's kind of that's a holdover from last year. We do have a varied fad keys with a couple of changes. We have Ambrosia back. Well, Ambrosia, we had it in Flukies last year. We do have McBoss and which one am I missing? Standard Boots. That's the new mode this year.
Yeah, standard boots, which is like Kaz boots, except you're not guaranteed a sword. You're going to get one of the 7 random standard weapons. You might just get a sword, but 6 out of 7 other times you're not playing Kaz boots.
Yeah, and so great modes, and you know, everybody's got their favorites, of course, so not everybody's a fan of every one of those modes, but this is the main tourney, and we are kind of looking for, in a sense, that top rando player, you know? So being able to play all the different modes at a high level really does matter.
We appear to have resolved the tech thing we were looking at resolving. We might just be ready to get going here in a moment.
And such a great MSU choice from Humbug. If you were unaware of what this is, in the last year plus now, an effort was made between the Zelda speedrunning restream channels as well as the SpeedGaming here in order to support MSUs as part of racing. To do so, there is a verification process where the MSU has to be compliant with a bunch of different stuff. And one of those is this one. This is the Grand Pro Roll 2 MSU.
It is packed with bangers. If you haven't heard this MSU before, it might make you want to play the ROM hack, which is also a great experience if you're into Super Mario World ROM hacking. And here we go. BRB gonna go set par.
I mean, Uncle gets pretty far. I don't know how he moves that fast.
I mean, he might be one of the fastest runners. All right, here we go.
We start off with Group A, of course, and seed number 22, Brogor.
So if you haven't seen one of these reveal streams before, this is the format we do. We've mixed in 128 tickets in the place of Triforce pieces, and we're going to be revealing each group one by one. And so it'll start with the top quartile runner in the group, and then go to the second, third, and fourth quartiles. So, and then we'll move on to Group B after that, and we'll just go down the list until we've revealed all 128. The groups are fair, I promise. Starting with armor. Okay.
Yeah.
To go with those, we're already starting with 10 blue. We've modified the pool a bit for this one, considering Group A seed 33 is Dixon.
Yeah, so that's just our top member of quartile 2.
Yeah, I was just saying, we've modified the pool for this one, considering 128 Triforce pieces is a bit more than you typically see, and that actually removes a lot of the stuff from the pool, like the hearts and stuff. We had to modify it to make space for all those.
Yes.
You'll notice Humbug is also starting with 1,800 rupees, so he has a freedom to buy a lot more ammo, because he will need to buy ammo. A lot of the bombs and arrows and stuff have also been removed. So
yeah, so maps and compasses also removed from this pool. So
that makes all the dungeons worth +2 items automatically. Yeah, like a shield.
Yeah, we'll get through all 32 of the groups, all 4 runners in each of those. Of course, starting, I believe it is tomorrow, we'll see the beginning of the group stage. Every runner will be expected to play the other 3 members of their group 2 times for a total of 6 matches.
We will be using the card format that continued from last year. So at the very beginning, it's all going to be pure random. You're going to Group A C73 is High Ruler. Welcome to Group A. The first match of your group will be completely random. You're just going to get one of the 5 modes, but from then on, you'll have a history that will be subtracting virtual cards from this virtual deck that is built basically by what you and your opponent have left in their from their history, and then out of that virtual deck, one card will be pulled. That'll be your mode, and then it just continues from there. So it's guaranteed to give variety, and with a kind of a small chance of modes coming up twice in a row, but usually you're going to have between subsequent matches or sequential matches different modes.
Yeah, we introduced this system last year when we switched over to this multi-mode main tourney setup, and seemed to really work. Still a chance that you see some modes more than others. It's, you are leaving it up to chance a lot on that. So, but a lot of fun was had by all with that one.
Yeah, I personally really enjoyed the card system. I thought it was great. Like, not only seeing just a bunch of mode variety, but the method of how those modes were randomly selected was really neat and interesting to me. It's kind of fun just from playing the game, just trying to all right, what are my opponent's last 5 matches, and then compare that to my 5 and work out the odds. Like, okay, looks like I'm most likely to be in flukies for my next race. So I was like, all right, let's focus on practicing that probably. And sometimes I was wrong, sometimes I was right. It was a neat process.
Yeah, definitely a lot of pseudo metagaming going on, okay, what have I not seen yet this tournament? What has my opponent been seeing? What are the odds I have a keys mode or a non-keys mode coming up?
We're in the back of Castle. We're going to be not getting any further checks until Dark Cross will probably be our next one. You're going to see, for the most part, this game is going to be loaded with these tickets. They're going to be you're going to have to pick up dungeon keys and whatnot, but we're going to be... There's another one. Group A, our last seed, number 108, is Scupula.
Yeah, the way this is actually very similar to a new mode that came out just in the last... or officially came out as a pre-roll in the last year, the Ganon Hunt mode. So,
yes, this is indeed a Ganon Hunt. Yeah, so after all these 128 humbugs, still have to go kill Ganon.
Yeah, we didn't really have a mode by that designation, but in the last year, the dev team was able to put together Ganon Hunt, where you can have a Triforce Hunt combined with a Kill Ganon seed.
Here we go with Route B, top seed 15, Jamie Escher. And Quartile 2 is Falcon. Quartile 3 brings in Lanabean.
And we're still waiting to see who our 4th runner is for Group B. Maybe they're in Sank.
Yeah, we definitely don't have a map. So I believe this is an actual item. It's definitely going to be our Group B finisher. There are actual items in the seed. Humbug does it basically have to get through the whole thing. So
yeah, it's pretty much billed as a full clear as fast as you can. And yeah, there we go. Wow, the Quartile 4 runner for Group B is going to be Scottish Brave seed 109.
Welcome to Group B for Brave.
And that's the thing, we were talking about the high qual scores this year. There you go. Last year, Scottish Brave was she dominated her group as one of the top runners. This year she's Quartile 4 of her group. Like, you just don't know who's going to be coming your way at this point.
Yeah, it is. This game has been so competitive. There's a cape, right? That's something. It's so competitive. Like, this field continues to be extremely strong. There are so many like veteran runners that have been playing this game for years and years, and they're still going at it and still putting up really strong scores. We're going to kick off Group C with Cade Rukawa. It's just honestly, it's astounding. Like, yes, this is definitely continues to be like one of the actual gold standards of game randomizers. But people keep flocking to this game. We're very good at making more runners with the mentor tournament. We keep making really good ones that just ascend to the top really fast and give us all problems. Like, I don't know how we're going to beat these people anymore. They're so good at the game now. We made them very good.
Yeah, and that's, you look at the number of, as we get our Quartile 2 runner, Crackerito, seed 44. But yeah, we took a, you look at the runners who were in last year's mentor tourney. Adalor, I know you're in that Discord as well a bunch. A lot of talk happened about how many new mentees actually qualified this year, and there is quite a list.
Yeah, these are you're going to recognize some names that you may not really like. Oh, you're going to see some names you don't really recognize. You're like, who are these people? Like, a good chunk of them, if you're not really like in the scene, but you're falling kind of on the fringe of it, you're going to see some new names, and a good chunk of these people are just from Mentor Tournament. Group C's next member is Jetto Man, followed by Nobly the Foreign to round out Group C.
Nobly, I believe, was originally our 128th, but due to some drops, moved up to 124. GGW, Ganon's Gone Wild, seed 3 to start off Group D. And hey, we got an item!
Bombos Medallion. We didn't get any big items, we got some stuff. Yeah, we did have to start our Group D, C42, Matcap. That's our second in Group D. Yeah, we did have 4 drops this year. So we had 129 through 132 got in on drops.
And that's already starting off really competitive with Group D, gotta be honest. GGW and Matcap, definitely 2 very strong runners. People who've been around this community for a long time.
Continuing Group D, we have Speely Willy. Probably got that mostly right. Ooh, a mirror. Well, that's nice to have early.
I was gonna say, Blue Mail and 10 hearts, you're gonna give me a mirror, I'll take it. Group D, closing it out, we got Tyler Salt. I do know Tyler had mentioned this is his first year in Maine. Starting Group E, we get C23, Skelly.
Skelly, one of our top quartile runners. When we talk about quartiles, of course, that is just a fourth of the field. And the way these groups are seeded is they take one random runner out of each quartile. Group E's second quartile is Hitman 1382. So yeah, every chunk of 32 is put into a quartile, and then we take one random out of each quartile and just put that into each group. So each group has just kind of like a mix of runners, and it's seeded. So obviously, if you're in the top quartile, as far as seeding goes in rando, you theoretically have the best shot of getting through your group. But we all know seeding in this game is kind of an illusion. Like you'll definitely see some fourth quartile runners dominate their groups. It's just going to happen.
Yeah, with how competitive these asyncs or this qual system was, do not be shocked to see quartile 3 or 4 runners get out, even if you thought, but that was supposed to be the quote-unquote weakest members of my group. Like,
yeah.
There is no easy games in this 128.
Half Magic and Chicken Hut, nice to have. We can use our Cape and Bombos Medallion a lot with that. Group E will host Koi coming in at C83.
Now, of course, we talked a lot about the asyncs, but we also had a full set of 5 live qualifiers, 1 for each mode, and those were also well attended. I think we saw close to about 70 members each time as we get the last member of Group E, Seed 97, Deep Fried. But yeah, over the last 2 weekends, we actually had live quals for all 5 of the modes.
Yep, we did have some runners actually. A good number of runners decided that hey, I can make all 5 of those races. I'm still going to go for it, which is totally understandable. A lot of people still liked the live races. We wanted to preserve that while still giving a let's see, 6 seconds. Nice, very nice. Kazoot's time there. Group F is going to kick off with seed number 9 to C+. Yeah, we wanted to make sure the live races were still an option for people who prefer those. But then obviously the main focus of this year's new development is the async system, which I think worked really well. Like a majority of people went for asyncs. Group F's second quartile will be Cool Papa Bell. Yeah, we had about like 50 to 70-ish per live race. There was still a decent turnout for those live races.
I think the one that got the least participation was probably that Easter qualifier. But other than that, we were seeing about 60 plus runners for every one of them. So
yeah,
thank you to everybody who did those lives. As we get Group F's third seed, Spleedy.
All right, at Gina's Cave, we're going to have Group FC99 is Shinmaru.
Wait, we're running out of Agina now?
We're running out of Agina's Cave, yep.
Oh my gosh.
He's actually going to run out of Agina and Flute. What the heck is this?
Yeah, as I see pointed out in chat, Shinmaru was one of our newer runners through the Mentor Tourney this past year, so, you know, there we go. You know, across stuff like this main tourney and league, these are places you start seeing these kinds of runners, and, you know, that becomes the test bed and the opportunity to really move up and compete.
Yeah, I love seeing when mentor runners in particular, like you see them in like the next big thing. They end up in league. Group G is going to kick off with Kappa. We're going to let Mini Moldorm play out before we say anything else. Group G's second member will be Kantos. There's a boomerang. That's not a ticket. Group G's third member will be Fibonacci. H112358. And a second Zord. But yeah, well, I'm gonna continue saying like mentor has been an awesome thing. I love seeing when people just get shoved right into like they get good enough and they just go straight into something like main tournament, or they even end up in like a decent standing in Challenge Cup. You end up seeing them in the next league. It's great.
Yeah, definitely always a great opportunity. We see a lot of runners come up through that. I believe the next Mentor Tourney is gonna be coming up sometime late spring, early summer. I don't know for sure, but yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Group G is gonna kick our last member off with Akir. Akir, have a lamp. I like lamps.
Yeah, we got the lamp. Nice.
And we got a peek at our green pendant. So we don't have map. I think even the maps are shuffled. We might not have a map check. We're gonna do every dungeon basically, but green pendant would be TR today.
Yeah, not a lot of opportunity to really skip something when we're talking 128 total Triforce pieces, as they were, or golden tickets. Between the keys, the items, and those tickets, there's not really an opportunity to skip anything.
Yeah, and Humbug, we've told him that he's going to basically full clear the seed because he's going to have to find all 120 of those. And again, that's enforced because this is our Ganon Hunt mode we're showing off too. So he will not be able to even kill Ganon until he's found all the tickets. Oh, there's a map check. All right, I got crystals in the inner two. I guess Hera was a prize. I didn't see it. Group H, Seed 21, Trey Spire. Trey Spire, one of my league teammates, of course. I'm super happy he got into top quartile this year. One of the members who played all five sync races too.
Yeah, great position this year. You know, having seen some of the discussions there, really well done.
Yeah,
and yeah, as you can see, there's tickets everywhere. You might be wondering, how do we know the positions of them, or like, you know, getting them in this order? Well, the tickets are kind of like a progression item. You can only go up in order, and so we're always going to see them in this proper order, even if we got them in a completely different order.
Yeah, the Group H will kick off, or continue with Asder. Caught that text box. We told Humbug to give us time to read the text boxes. I understand if he mashes through one because it's gonna be hard not to mash through text boxes. But yeah. Oh, he did the thing. You know, that just happens sometimes. Sometimes you just bonk and fall down the hole. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, as you said, the text, the reveal on the tickets is a set list. We will have the same order every time to remember which ones he picks up. We are going to head up the mountain. We'll see what's on top of Spec Rock. We'll see who's in that ticket, and then we'll head into Hera.
Yeah, we're going to get our third seed in Group H, and it's Asclepios Rod, seed number 90.
There was indeed an egg. Good egg spotting. I love this track for Hera so much. Ugh, it's so good.
Yeah, I love this. It's a great Shovel Knight track, and was just well placed within the ROM hack.
Ooh, I like that dash line with the red boomerang. That's neat. Group H's last member will be Coxla. No hook shots. We're going to climb the tower the slow way.
Wait, we're doing vanilla stuff? Oh my gosh.
You know, it happens.
Yeah,
Somebody's
we're
gonna get
through a quarter of the runners now, and we are gonna have to do Hera Basement.
Oh yeah, we got that small key. We're doing Hera Basement.
Yep. Group I.
Group I.
With, hey,
There he is.
Has found himself. See, number 1.
He was gonna pop up somewhere. Yep. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, you notice he's looking for bombs and stuff under pots. Yeah, again, we've taken like all the ammo out of the pool basically, so he's gonna be exercising game knowledge and finding bombs and whatnot under pots where he can. And again, he's got a ton of money to start with, so he can go make purchases if he needs to.
Yeah, just buy a capacity upgrade or something.
Ooh, bullied by Moldorm immediately. You love to see it.
I think I had a Moldorm fall on almost every one of my quals. Moldorm was not playing nice.
I had an awful time in Hera in one of my runs. I failed the bomb jump to the big chest once because it was just being extremely laggy. And then on my second climb back up, oh, careful. Right, but as the bomb was about to explode, the mini Moldorm invaded and pushed me into the hole, and I was just not ready to react to that.
No.
Ooh, flippers on Moldorm.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess the fact that Humbug waited to do Ice Rod Cave and a water walk, was smart.
That's going to work out, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to go back in for Hera Basement. Yep.
Yeah, without maps or compasses, we know everything in this dungeon is an item besides the big key and the small key, so we're going to see all of this. Dungeons are just keys, and items.
Yep. We've reduced them to the things that are important. Unless you're, of course, in one of our 5 modes this year's Mick Boss Shuffle, you're gonna be wanting those maps and compasses. Compasses will tell you which bosses in the dungeon. You check the map, you'll see a little icon for it, and the maps you're gonna want to know those prizes because you don't need all of them. You just need the crystals. In this case, we're just looking for tickets.
So yeah, what are we gonna see? Yeah, people are like, next runner. I think progression. We still have no Dark World access.
Not yet.
Not even an item towards it, and there's the powder.
Ooh, powder. All right. That'll take care of the Hera Basement, and let's see where we're gonna flute to next. We haven't been over to Eastern area, or we've been to Saw's Closet, but not Eastern proper yet. We're gonna take a peek at Ice Rod first. And probably do flippers checks after this, yeah.
With all that free money, why not?
Yeah. We can go right to Zora and get a ticket from expensive ticket. Who's going to be our Zora ticket? Who's worth 500 rupees?
Second seed for Group I is Rob J. Beasley at seed 56.
Welcome to the Humbug group.
And yeah, Humbug, Rob J. Beasley, and still waiting for 2 more runners.
There's a late water walk activation. We're gonna run all the way up to under the bridge, see what this guy's holding for us. Probably another ticket. A peek at that. Ooh, fire rod on the island. That's different.
Yeah, not just progression. We can, of course, or not just tickets in the world. We can have progression. So, Humbug does kind of want to know that. He's gonna definitely rush that, not just from the standpoint of, hey, we need to find all these pieces, but we do need that item. Our 3rd seed in Group I is going to be Ace Zero.
Yeah, we're gonna that fire rod is basically accessible as soon as we actually have Dark World access.
Yeah, just
you
give
have
us
the
a
flippers
pearl,
in the
there
mirror.
you go.
Yeah. Having found no hammer or gloves yet, I'm starting to wonder. I mean, we've got cape, lamp, 2 swords. I'm thinking this is probably going to be an Agaseed.
Yeah, I agree with you. I am of the opinion that if it's an Aga seed, the seed actually gives you way too much Aga access, and in this case, a cape and 2 swords. This is going to be Aga. Closing out Group I, Walther is seed 122. Wow.
Oh, there's a glove.
And there's a glove.
Might be proving me wrong here. Oh, we still need two things for Dark World, but you never know. Why is Walter in Q4? Yeah, exactly. That's because this year is so competitive. Oh, are we gonna have all the Dark World? So we're gonna have a Pearl just for funsies?
I mean, I'm still kind of saying, how about Pearl on Pyramid Ledge, or maybe Pearl on Lumberjack? I don't know. We didn't check it.
We didn't plan to this. We swear.
Right.
It'd be funny though. Okay, 500 rupee ticket. Who's got it? Kicking off Group J is Lin.
But I think we're just going to go right back up the mountain with that hammer.
Probably, yeah, that gets us to East Mountain. It's hammer time. Save and quit out of Zora. Let's see if he starts at the mountain. Yep, we're going back up, going over to Paradox and whatnot. Once again, egg. There's our Dark World map check. We already saw a green pendant at TR. We've got a pendant at Thieves, a red crystal at Skull, and I missed the other red.
Yeah, unfortunately I did as well. Let's see if I can get a real quick look on the delay. Yeah, Skull and Swamp, and then it was green pendant TR, so. There's another one of our medallions on the floating island.
Another not ticket item visible. We're definitely going to need at least 1 medallion, probably 2. There's a heart in Spiral. We have a few of those left in the pool still, up to 12 now.
When you start with 10, who needs more, right? Especially given Blue Mail.
Yeah, starting with the armor, yeah, 10 blue right off the bat. You're pretty comfy at that point, honestly.
We expect this quality of play from our top seed.
Yeah. Okay, into Paradox here, we're likely to find most of 7 tickets. Group J is going to continue with So 15 and a bow. Ooh.
Hey, we can go do Eastern now.
Yeah. Umbug was correct to put off Eastern until waiting on a bow. We indeed got there. Group J will continue with Late Bit. And we'll wrap up with Jet 82.
Wow, that's a group.
Don't want it. Put it back, he says. Group K will kick off with Sailor Nep, seed 32. It was in Nep's group. It's going to be also F. Coughlin. And TJ Maelstrom. I love Late Bit's reaction. I really don't want it. This is great. Everyone going nuts when they see what group they're in. They're like, oh, I don't want to face these 3 people. Please, can I have a reroll?
Imagine you have any control over this.
Yeah. It's going to go for Magic Bat next, looks like.
By the way, I do want to also shout out our tracker today, Samimas, who's been hitting the buttons and making sure you get to see all those great items, besides, of course, the names that we're hearing.
A nice and leisurely tracking experience, having just 1 runner on screen. Group K will conclude with Dirdash.
Yeah, and of course, speaking from the standpoint of the volunteer stuff and kind of extending what Sabo said earlier, we are always looking for more volunteers in terms of trackers, commentators, and restreamers. While SG is handled very nicely, the ALTTPR rando channels very much rely on the kindness and generosity of people volunteering for restream. But all those roles really benefit from the community and people being able to step in to do that throughout. The mods of those teams are always willing to help and get people set up. If you're brand new, we can work with you and try to get you in there. We love bringing new people onto the teams.
Yep, even if it's like you're really new to commentary or tracking or whatever, but you think you want to help out with this main tournament, feel free to apply. We'd be happy to at least consider you. I'm not on one of those teams personally, but we do have many talented people, like basically veterans of the community, who would be, assuming you're chosen, will be very good at getting you acclimated into the whole thing and get you going. Eastern, Group L is going to kick off with Tito's. And if you're already in the main tournament Discord, or if you're not, if you haven't seen those pings yet, get in the main tournament Discord. No doubt you can find a link to it somewhere. There's probably one right there in chat. Thank you, Sinek. Or also you'll be able to find it in main Rando Discord as well somewhere. And check the announcement channel. There have been pings for the with the forms to sign up for those. Group L is going to continue with Nielsen, Alex, 32. Is it 32, 92? There's a numbers on there. All right, I missed it already.
We have just items left in this dungeon, so no skips.
Yeah. Group L continues as TJ Joel.
I mean, what do we have left at this point in Light World? Is this just like we have to go to Aga if the Pearl's not here?
If the Pearl's not here, yeah, I think that's it. It'd be real funny.
A roundabout set of checks here, but I don't think we have anything really left yet.
Yeah. We'll bump on the button and we get... Oh, second glove. Well, that's not a pearl still. All right, well.
But that does give us Checkerboard and Desert Palace. And at least one name.
Yeah, true, actually. We can mirror out a Mire area. We could have a Checkerboard pearl. I would love it, personally.
That's one of my favorite Moon Pearl locations. So all we have to do is just keep on saying that we don't have something, and we'll just get something to give us stuff. That's
exactly
how this works. Book is clearly going to be in Desert, and Pearl's going to be on Aether's Tablet. Why not?
I would. That would be a great little. Yeah, I love seeing an early book. I'm like, okay, what's in Desert? I gotta chase it every time and just see what's up there. We already saw there was a ticket on Desert Ledge, so we know we gotta get through there eventually. But now we can actually go into Desert with a flute and 2 gloves and a mirror. Line it up for the quick kill. Let's see if he gets it. Looks good so far. He's on the rhythm. Nicely done.
Very nice. And closing out Group L, we have Dr. Bowser, seed number 120.
Welcome to the Group L.
And I believe Dr. Bowser is actually part of that new mentor tourney runner set. So another one of those. I think we had quite a few, so like we'll try to note some of the newer runners, but yeah, this field is very diverse in terms of time served in the rando community.
No kidding. Yeah, these are some people that have been in literally for just a few months in terms of when they really kind of started like in mentor, compared to now, like under a year, and they've already proven themselves to be such strong runners. We're going to start off Group M with Mr. Ed.
We have the horse. And now I'm seeing the chat going,
Yeah.
we need the horse versus AFG. So let's see if we get AFG next.
Key on the torch in desert, as you do. There's a possibility of 4 tickets here in desert, assuming we don't find further progressions. We could get a whole group knocked out and then some. Well, I mean, knock out the rest of this group and then start the next one.
But instead, we get the big key out of that middle chest.
We'll have to wait and find out. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm impatient, but you know, we'll eventually know everything.
Eventually. Oh,
Hey,
there's Pearl.
the move.
Okay. Not checkerboard. Yes, I mean, it's in desert. It's close enough.
Group M's second seed is Armalix.
Another name with an M in it. It's appropriate. This Oil Ocean music is so good. I love it. Group
Next up.
M will continue with Phase. That name doesn't have an M in it. The trend is broken. I'm disappointed.
Yep. All is lost. I mean, realistically, at this point for Humbug, this is just, you know... Oof, we get a full, like, we're gonna get a very nice Dark Roll loop
Yeah.
with this equipment.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna be able to start in Village, and the mirror's gonna... Early a mirror in Cackwell is gonna make it super nice to just full clear everything, because he's got to full clear the seed basically anyway, so... He'll be happy to just be able to do all that in one nice trip. Sword beam Lambo, yeah, or sword beam and bow, and yeah, we're gonna have a Lambo fight here.
I mean, come on, this is pure NMG Lando time.
Yeah,
Get
I
ready.
mean, you got a hammer and blue mail and 12 hearts, but you know, we're gonna bow it. Let's go.
Yeah, of course.
Seems like a decent start for bow Lambo. You know, fire arrows and pray. Ooh, pretty good there. Free cycle, very nicely done.
The practice shows, for those who know it, and closing out Group M, Seed 105, Ascend.
Run's still alive.
I feel like we have a lot of NMG people in here who are like, I have felt the pain of a bad Landmo, please no.
Yeah. Bow Lambo is one of those things that makes me, that it convinces me, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna really care that much about NMG personally. Not interested. Second shield, and our first ticket for Group N, kicking off with Schulzer. Gonna peek the
Very
Meyer medallion
curious.
for us? Nah. Nah. We'll be back later.
Who needs to scout? Note, commentators do not endorse any of sort of routing shown on today. And there's the red mail. And
know
we're
what?
gonna get it!
Why not? It's free. 12 hearts red. It's actually, no, the Yoshi sprite is extremely important. You want the color changes.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to... We're gonna start at hype, looks like.
I mean, I think you do hype, get the fire rod, and then maybe go to Pooh.
Yeah, actually, no, good call. We've got that visible fire rod. That's a really good way to just kind of start the village.
We're gonna just run out of bombs, though.
Yeah, we're actually just out. I think Dark Lake Shop has bomb pack. Group N continues with Telethar. Seat number 38.
I mean, you could just buy the super expensive bombs at Bomb Shop.
Yeah.
Next up in Group N, we have Freddy, Seed 84, as well as our book. kicking off or ending Group N is Seed 103 Maniacal, and then kicking off Group O with Orange, Seed 24.
There we go.
Yeah, people are noticing, that Maniacal is a Q4 runner. Definitely a very tough opponent within Group N. And like we said, this is quals. This is what happens. When we say that the qualifying mark this year was an 85, what that meant was you had a lot of people where you have one bad seed. And we're not saying like terrible. We're saying, maybe you get a couple of 70s and you pair that with really strong 90s, you are the Q4 runner of your group through no fault of your own. Like, that's just the position you're going to be put in because of how tough this is.
Yeah, it's not that these Q4 runners played badly or that they're like not as good. That's just how their qualifying score worked out. So again, like, don't take the seeding as a huge thing. It's just how we distributed the runners. It's how they qualified. But you're gonna see some real fighting groups with not necessarily the first and second seeds taking all the matches. There's so much good competition in the field this year. Like, we say it every year when main tournament comes around, and in league, and particularly the two big events every year, like, we're always talking about like this field is always just super competitive, extremely strong, and it continues to be the case. It never quits.
Yeah. Not only do we have the veteran runners who are still here just continuing to be as good as they are as we move on to the second seed in Group O, someone 325, but with the opportunities between ladder and mentor tourney for new runners to play and play consistently, there's just no reason why you don't expect to see somebody new every year.
Yeah. Heading into the back of Skullwoods now, we'll check the bridge chest first, because it is most likely to be a ticket.
Yeah, Skullwoods from just 2 tickets now, or 2 items to now 4 items.
Yeah. It is Skull. It still has 3 small keys kicking around. Group O continues with Win Fox 470. There's a 0 for an O. I'll take it. That's acceptable.
Yep.
I was wondering if a spoiler where all the pieces are. No, we've given Humbug a seed. He has no idea where anything is going into it. He's got to play through it and find all 128 and get all the rest of the items he needs to get through it, and then go fight the Ganon. Good kill at the Gibdo on the spike there. It's really impressive how you're getting them all in order. Yeah, right. Really quite lucky in that aspect.
Yes, the tickets are the greatest progression item ever in the history of Rando. Going hammer strats here.
Doing a good job of it too. I think we're at 3
I was
hits.
gonna say, those were great up hammer hits too. Humbug's like, let me show off a little bit here. Closing out Group O though, Telmaran.
Is Ped the bad luck draw? Yeah. There are a couple spots that we literally cannot put tickets. One of them is pedestal because of there's just something special about Ped. When you try to put a text item like that on it, like a special text item, it crashes the game entirely. So there will not be a ticket on Ped. We're still going to read it anyway. It's a heart. All right, we don't need that. We can dodge Ped today.
I mean, we'll see if Humbug decides to do it just for the laughs, but
he might.
Yeah. I was gonna say we saw that bonk in Spec Rock. It's very possible he plays to the crowd a little bit.
It'll be a very late Ped pull with TR being a green panda, but hey, you never know. You see, Sinek in chat here is our the main developer behind all this. So if you wanna give a thank you to anyone in particular for putting this together, Sinek is definitely the guy you're looking for. Yeah, like he's saying, it's they only do this like kind of like 1 or 2 times a year in terms of this code usage. So not a huge priority in fixing stuff like that. But yeah. We definitely appreciate Sinek for all that he's done. He's done a fantastic job this year of not only putting this reveal stream together. Yeah, we got Skull kicking up all the keys for us here, but also the async process itself. Sinek absolutely instrumental in Shovel putting that together, making sure everything went really smoothly with the with Sahasrabot being able to manage the async process. And honestly, I feel like it went great. There was a bit of a testing period before that. We had the practice qualifier channel we were able to just have people try to break the bot as much as possible, do weird things, and test every case. And we found some stuff that happened there. That's our first bottle.
Yeah, that's our first bottle.
Ledge, actually. But yeah, the process went great, and again, big shout outs, huge thanks to Sinek for doing all that he's done for this main tournament this year, because it's been great.
I don't know if you know the full numbers here, Adalor, as a member of the leaders, but how many asyncs did we have as all together to get verified before this week or during this week?
Oh, I can find that. Give me a second here. I'm pretty sure I can.
You know, we talked about the fact that we had 300 runners do at least one qualifier. So, you know, even if you think, okay, 6 or 5 live races, about 60 each, there was about 300 runs. So, you know, we're still talking hundreds of VODs submitted as part of the async process that was gone through. But Humbug does get that bottle, and it's just going to hit North Dark World here real quick as well.
Yeah, Cynic there in chat was saying 242 runners did all 5. We had almost 1,100 async runs completed. Yeah, there was a lot. And we as leaders got to have a lot of fun. And leaders in some of the moderation teams. Members. Oh, Third Sword and Grave Ledge. Very cool. We got to have a lot of fun verifying those. That queue was at some point like many pages deep, and we're just like, oh man, there are hundreds of runs to verify, and we're just like, all right, we're getting through them bit by bit. Thankfully, we had later on once a lot more people were getting finished with their qualifiers and able to step in and help. We had a lot of good volunteers helping out in that queue. So I'm not going to go through and shout out all those names or anything, but like if you're one of those people who stepped in and helped with all the run verifications, we greatly appreciate your assistance.
Yeah, the shout out ping coming to the mods going, please, if you're available, we can really use the extra eyes. Because, oh god, they're piling up. And that's the thing is, you know, not only is this community passionate about playing, you know, even the people running these tournaments are players themselves or ourselves. You know, we do enjoy playing, and, you know, so we're like, you got me, just let me finish up the playing portion. We start Group P, though, and once again, the letters lighting up. We got Pennyroyal Oil.
I've also been told apparently it was there's some numbers that are being thrown at me. I've seen 1396, 1388. It could be over 1300. It's a lot of asyncs. Group P's second member will be Rail and Tank here. Yeah, suffice to say we had a ton of runs to get through. It was great. Like I said, that whole experience went really smoothly. There's a lot of we had some nice organization on the back end too. The basically Cynic put together a little website basically for us to use, and made the process really quite smooth. And we've actually got Cynic here has joined us in the booth. If at any point if you'd like to step in and do a little talking about what's going on, feel free to chime in.
First, we do have our third quartile checks human seed 65.
Oh, hello everybody.
Hello,
How's
Sinek.
it going? How has the seed been going?
Oh, this is lovely. Can I start with
promise.
10 hearts?
I promise it's not a plando. I learned my lesson a couple of years ago. It's something you should not do for these. So I haven't done it since. Sorry, Dante. Still feel bad about that. Only a little bit though.
Only slightly.
Only slightly. So yeah, this process started maybe back in like February. The admins were like chatting about like how to do the qualifiers for this season, and they wanted to do async qualifiers, but then we were like, well, how do we actually execute on that, right? Because first we thought about using race time, but race time is really set up for multiple players, not just like trying to race yourself. So then we're like, well, how can we do this then in a way where we keep things somewhat structured, we can minimize shenanigans, keep the process simple, and not undermine everything, right? So then Iceman was like, oh, did we miss a name? I'm sorry.
I was going to say,
sorry.
real quick, we did get Nightclaw for closing out Group P. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
No worries. No worries.
All right. So what I did was, so then kind of came around like, can we just do like a Discord bot? I'm like, oh, we could do that. And then I wrote up like a proof of concept. Took maybe a few hours to do. I demoed it, and yeah, I just did the job. It was very crude. And then over the course of
Real quick, kicking off Group Q will be Artie Walsh. We're probably gonna have another one real quick here in the Thievestown Big Chest. Nope, that's Samaria in the big Thievestown Big Chest. Ooh, cool.
It's the red stick. All
We're gonna
right.
need that for later. Yeah.
Yeah, we need our glitch item.
So that's kind of where everything came about, right? Because like this is a fairly novel concept. I mean, obviously asyncs has been done before in the community, but not nearly to the scale or structure that this tournament demanded.
Yeah, we've never had a tournament event that's had like, over 1,300 async runs involved. Yeah.
Exactly. So we did have to. I ended up writing like thousands of lines of code to support it. Lots of testing, but I think it worked out pretty well. And I tried to write it in a way that like other communities will be able to eventually use it as well, potentially for their tournaments. Silvers.
There's our second bow on blind to finish out Thievestown. Yeah. I mean, from my perspective of someone who played all 5 races in asyncs, I think it went excellently. I didn't have any issues with the bot personally. So it was a great experience overall. It was very smooth, very easy to work with. I personally really enjoyed the asyncs. That meant I get to do it whenever I wanted. I could just do those runs whenever I was ready. We're gonna continue Group Q with Tito. No, the async process was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, there's some lessons learned just from the technical side that I'm gonna make some adjustments if we choose to do this for next year. For those who ran, like some people didn't push. Here you go.
Group Q continues with Moogle Charm.
Welcome to Group Q.
We did have some problems with like people trying to download the seed, but instead starting the race.
Yeah.
So I want to like add like maybe some protections to prevent you from accidentally starting the race where you're intended to. Oh, this is my favorite part, by the way.
All right, who's on sick, kid? Who is Sahasrabot? Group Q, Swedish Arctic Fox.
And big shout outs to Swedish Arctic Fox. 2 years in a row sitting at seed 129 and waiting for that drop to get in. So really has been sweating it the last couple of years.
Who is Sahasrabot, though? That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, his little brother is a little mouthy, but Sahasrabot's fairly well behaved nowadays.
How many digs? We're counting digs. Who's going to be on dig game? Who's getting a dusty ticket dug up? It's going to be the beginning of Group R, Alazun. Literally 13 digs for 13. Yeah, that worked out nicely.
You'd almost think that was planned. It wasn't, but it works out very nicely.
I mean, that ticket number 69, nice, could have been anywhere in the progression. It just so happened that Humbug stumbled upon it exactly at dig game. Gonna have one in pegs here. Yep. Group R continues with Hayfield Bay. We'll drop off the Smith over here again. Having that early mirror really nice. We're just doing this whole route in one fell swoop.
Yeah, we'll see if we get ice or pod coming up. I mean, those are the 2 dungeons we can actually clear. Potentially Mire. We just never saw what it was.
Yeah, we don't know if we can get into Mire yet. He didn't look. Got a heart on the Smiths, up to 14 red. You'll pretty much never be this comfy in any of your tournament seeds. I mean, you get 14 red, maybe doable, but like, not groping hard for sure.
Or how many times have you not seen that happen in like Fad Keys?
Yeah, I mean, we do have a keys mode. You're right. We do have a full clear mode in our Fad Keys, modified Fad Keys with the AT Smalls Vanilla and the GT Big still in the basement somewhere.
Gotta say, that's been a really interesting change, making sure the GT Big Key in GT for all modes this year.
Yeah.
I know that was a little bit of a point back and forth last year as we continue with Group R. Slapshot Fred.
The resident of K45. Yeah, the GT Big always being in GT, it's you can say it's a point of debate. You kind of think like, well, it's in a pure keys mode, you kind of expect the GT Big to be shuffled, but it's I don't know, it kind of it takes the fun out of the basement in a way. And we're going to conclude Group R with Home Wrecker. Gonna dig up another ticket, just kick off Group S with Ticknaldo, seed 26.
Yeah, and we have ticked past the halfway mark on our total names at this point. We're starting into the back half now. More names that get crossed off. You're like, where's this name? Who are they going to be facing? You're starting to get an idea of who's left, and you're like, ooh.
Yep, we the top 128 or the qualifying runners they have the ability to know who each other are. We've released that list, of course, so it's a matter of just kind of like, wonder who's gonna be in your group. Group S will continue with Illis. Illis in the box. Go to Bombo's tablet next here. This route continues. Just really nice full clear route. Worked out super well.
Yeah, we can float away from here to our next spot.
Sean Rhapsody for Group S.
Important that we get the names with the letters. Yeah. Always. And it's going to be Pod.
We can indeed full clear the dungeon. Pod's going to be worth up to 7 tickets today, so let's go. We're hoping to come back here for an isolated green pendant later. How this is working out, but yeah, so be it.
I mean, at this rate, TR could be one of the last things we do before going to GT, really.
Yeah. Bit of tricky RNG that he gets through it.
So just going to continue with these non-Mitzlock dungeons for now. Pod's pretty straightforward at this point. We've got all the tools for this one. Nothing can make this even better.
Yeah. the basement is going to be a key, of course. You know, pod is still going to have at least 4 small keys in the front. At any point you realize you're low on bombs, pod's a great dungeon to come to. He's got a good stock already coming with 8, so won't have to worry too much about it.
Yeah, relatively speaking, it's that early game that's always a little bit more bomb focused. At this point, it's, you know, the dungeons are actually pretty good resources to restock.
Second key on the bridge. We're gonna go check BKC immediately. Just get it done with. It's probably gonna be a small key, but you never know. Oh, it's our first item in pod is the Group S ticket, Dr. Earworm.
And that's going to close out Group S. So, as was mentioned, the admin/leaders are filling in the challenge as we speak. So all the runners got an invite to that, I believe, yesterday. Today, it is being filled in with all the runners and which groups they are in. So.
Yep,
If you miss anything, if you want to see who's in what group, you can go view the challenge and find out all the information you're going to want to know. It is updating as we go along today.
Yep, they are doing it live, so no spoilers there. They are popping the names in only as they get them from the reveal. They're the last 2 keys in the front 4. We got a Cane of Burnage a little bit ago in the basement, so Spike Cave's in logic now. We can do that later. Nice super stairs, first try.
Finding out that the man behind the curtain is Slim Kirby. Group T kicking off with Obscure, our, I believe, reigning champion.
Yeah, welcome back, Obscure.
Yeah, going from champion of 2022 to now our 4 seed this year.
Pretty strong showing. It's our second bottle in Rupee Basement here. And a key that puts our 6th key in Hellway. We'll skip it.
Mind if I interject for a second?
Go for it.
So, anybody want to take predictions on which mode was the most reattempted?
Can I say standard boots? I that's the one I would say, at least.
Anybody else have guesses? Sorry, bud.
Group T continues with Relkin.
I feel like, even though I have access to that data, I'm not. I wouldn't even know. I had to guess in Verosia probably, because that's the one I would have re-rolled if I actually re-rolled one. Group T continuing at BSJ 72380.
And I'm seeing chat saying a lot of Inverosia.
Yeah, it's a very executionally challenging mode. Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. So, all right, I got the real answer to that. What do you think the least reattempted was?
Bad keys.
Fat keys.
Bad keys. All right.
I don't know. There's not a lot of variance in how those times probably turn out. Like, you can probably improve a little bit, but realistically,
yeah.
Like a full clear seed like that mode, you're probably expecting a 140 plus. So you look at that score, you're like, how much am I going to be able to improve unless I really blast located something hard that I shouldn't have?
So I got some answers. All right. So the most reattempted was standard boot with 40 runs thrown away.
Okay.
30 for Inverosia. 11 for Fad Keys, 24 for MC Boss, and Open Heart was 37. Almost beat standard boots.
Wow. I'm not surprised. It's those 2 modes at the top. Those were kind of the 2 modes most prone to jet seeds.
Yeah, the high variance modes there will, yeah, definitely not surprised to see those are the ones that were up on the list.
Yeah, and when I actually look at the count per permalink, or what I call it behind the scenes, maybe a seed, there were 2 in the standard boots. There was one that had 14 reattempts and another had 13.
Wow.
So it looks like it was focused just on 2 particular seeds. It was IDs 89 and 90 specifically. If those are the 2 that you got, those were the most reattempted.
I'm guessing those two may have had some power times that were set really high early on, and just led to a lot of people looking at their scores and then, maybe I'll try that one again.
It's potentially. Let me go. I'll go ahead and pull the date on it.
And we
Group
have
T.
AFG
Yeah.
for closing out Group T for the end of Palace of Darkness. AFG and Pod. There you go, chat.
But yeah, talking about that standard boots mode, and why that reroll is so heavy. One of the things really hard about that mode is just the fact that giving somebody boots is one thing, giving them a progression item that is not a sword. Bombs and Burna are not progression, mostly.
No.
But if you give somebody a bow, a Burna, a hammer, like any of those kinds of weapons, that's immediate progression into it and can lead to just some of the craziest possible time. And so no surprise that mode really did get reset heavy.
Yeah, because you have 7 different options for your standard weapon, quote unquote. And sometimes you just get Kaz boots, just get a sword, and you're like, okay. But yeah, when some of your options are bow, sword, fire rod. Fire rod can be really nice because you start your Dark World running with a fire rod. You can go straight to Skull Woods. Group U going to start off with GFE for our first check in Ice Palace.
Yeah, another one of our late or top finalists last year. If I believe GFE was top 4 last year, so another very strong runner. Towards the end of that tournament.
A little bit of trouble with the icebreaker. Looking for that one pixel to the left. There you go. Classic vanilla big key and ice. Why not?
Yeah, of course, vanilla big key.
Let's see, Ice Palaces. Swamp's a crystal. We're gonna worry about it. I was saying, do I have to pay attention for ice keys to figure out where the hook shot might be? No, Swamp's a crystal, so. And ice is just a blue crystal, so we're not worried about it. Well, ice rod, we're gonna need that later, yeah.
Yeah, and at this rate, it's looking like if we might as well just rush Turtle Rock. There's not a ton of great options. I don't see, unless if we knew the Meyer medallion, I'd definitely endorse, hey, go to Meyer.
Yeah.
Group U, though, ACMLM. There's our second runner there.
Lacking hookshot, we're kind of disincentivized to go into Swamp. Group U will continue with Gilgamesh. But yeah, I saw someone, at least one person in chat earlier, calling for a hookless Swamp. It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
But TR is now looking like our best option. We've got everything we need to clear the dungeon, assuming we can get in with the medallions. We only have one of those still. We've seen another one. We know where another one is, though.
Yeah, and that's why I'm wondering if that climb up the mountain just for that check might be worth it.
Yeah. At that point, 2 out of 3 can get in a TR. There's a good chance you just go for it.
And I believe with that key there and with the position of the big key, that does mean that this dungeon was not hookshot locked. I could be wrong, but I think we're good.
I think
Ice
you're
key
right.
logic is always confusing. I'll be honest. I've been commentating for a while. I'm a commentator mod, and even I forget Ice Palace key logic.
Because there are like 7 different scenarios for Ice Palace key logic, depending on the combinations of where the keys land. They're let me grab. I've got a little chart I sometimes pull up while I'm racing. I'm like, okay, wait, I need to think about where the ice keys were. Let's see here. We had big and 1 small on the right. This dungeon is locked by neither hookshot nor Samaria.
Awesome.
For either the right side or the boss kill. So yeah. If this was a red crystal or green pendant or something on the boss, you could have a hookshot on it. But we're gonna conclude Group U with J-Jo. Yeah, very nice Coalstar kill.
Let me know when you have a break in the action. I got another piece of qualifier trivia.
I think now is actually a great opportunity because wherever Humbug's going to go is a little bit of ways.
Yeah, late on us.
All right. So I was looking through all the qualifier results. There were 2 seats in particular where the difference between first and second place on the seed was very large. The first one was in Ambrosia, with Humbug taking a time of 1:25.10, and then the next time under that was Tito's with a time of 1:34.27, and almost 10% or 10-minute difference in time. That basically, to put things in perspective, Humbug's score was a 105 on that seed, and then the second place was a 99.28.
Not even 100 on that second place.
Not even 100 on the second place, yeah. And then the other one was an open hard. Keebs put in a 116.26, which got scored a 105, and the second place was a 127.42. So over 10-minute difference between first and second place on that seat as well.
That's a huge difference. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was just a scenario. I haven't looked at the VOD, but I'm guessing that somebody just found the God route.
Yeah. I mean, with
nobody else did.
Yeah, the high variance modes in particular, like, yeah, that's if I expect to see a crazy difference, I would expect it to be in one of those 2 modes, like the open, the standard boots, or just the open. Yeah.
Yeah. The others were much more balanced.
Speaking
of which,
starting off Group V.
The others seemed much more balanced, at least in the top 5. Those are the 2 that really stuck out for those 2 particular qualifiers.
There's our first small key in a chest in Meyer. There are still 3 of them. We haven't moved the keys around. That means Meyer will have a total of up to 4 tickets. We've already seen 1. We could have 3 more. We could have a full group in Meyer.
Yeah, we could have all of Group V coming up. Honestly, like, if you're Humbug at this point, I don't want to see Hookshot before you go up the mountain. It would be really nice to just full clear lower high rule stuff until then. Continuing Group V, we get Zen Arcane.
Group V lives in Visory Fire. Thanks, Slim. I was thinking about saying, well, Group V doesn't have it. Meyer doesn't have any V's in it, but you worked it in.
Maybe next year we'll have to come up with cuter names for each group.
I think the hard part is like, we do that for like league setting. It's, we can give everything a location. Unfortunately, with 32 groups, 32 locations is a little harder.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? You're Hotel Mario.
The group members are usually pretty good at naming their groups by them on their own. So
it's true.
Big key chest is the big key, as you do. Because where else would it be?
I believe that does mean we can say that the arena as well as the chest next to big chest should both be small keys.
Yep, there's a key in lobby. We're going to scoot on over and see what's in the big.
And continuing Group V is Julo Ninja.
Welcome to Group V.
Oh, and closing out our final qualifier, Maximum Barnage, seed 128. I will say earlier in this week, Barnage was signed up for kind of the other tournament that's going to be happening, the Challenge Cup, but did get in after some late drops to be our final seed in this tourney.
Yeah, congratulations to those the 4 who got in, just squeaked in on the drops. JP just went and looked at who's still unpicked, and well, yeah, there's still like a ton of names that you're just like, I don't know if I want to fight them. Yep. If your name's not been picked yet, well, you're got bad news for you. You still got some strong competition coming. Super New Taylor. I signed up for Challenge Cup to play with bars and they abandoned me. Okay, let's fight the Vitreous. Let's fight the Vitreous. We only has 5 silvers, actually. We can't just easy fight here.
Yeah,
the arrows.
I was kind of skipping out on the arrows a little bit.
It's okay. We got a tempered sword. We can just do the NMG.
And there's our final small key.
Boss. Yep. We already had all the items. We knew that was coming.
Yep.
And that's Meyer done. All right. Hookless swamp, or are we going up the mountain? Probably up the mountain. Either way, we're lacking a hook shot, and it feels bad.
Yeah.
Got time for another trivia question?
Okay.
All right. How many players did all 5 of their quals live?
Oh, I know that. I can't answer it.
Okay. All right.
30.
30? But chat, any guesses?
At least 7.
How many players did all 5 quals live?
Live calls are just such an experience. Like I did all mine async this year, but there's definitely a part of this community that loves that live race setting, and it is undeniable the magic of those.
Oh, and the caveat is it was not a reattempt either. Like that was the time that stood too. We're gonna.
Oh right.
and they had to finish the race.
We're starting off for Group W is starting with Dapper Wormman, seat number 30. The Worm starting off Group W.
All right. The number's 18.
18.
Wow.
18 people finished all 5 quals live and did not reattempt them.
Instantly the number I always choose in GT Big Key. Did any of those 18 qualify? I wonder.
Actually, let me go through the list here. I've got the names here. I'll just dump it in the chat.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
See what cat. Oh, just missed it. Oh, went for the fast catfish drop and just missed it.
Looking at that list, I can say there were a decent number who did qualify.
Yeah.
Looking just at that immediately. Group W continues with Seed 64, Bread Coon.
That's a wet ticket. Another one of our very strong runners coming from Mentor Tournament. Welcome to second quartile of main tournament.
Yeah.
Brad's someone I know personally. A couple of the different communities I'm in. Very strong runner coming from some other racing communities in Zooter in particular. Really took a huge liking to this game. The moment he started racing this, I'm like, oh, he's going to be good at this game. Like he picks up on techs and tricks and stuff super well. Going into Mentor tournament, I was like, yeah, he's going to be super strong. He had a very good showing in Mentor as well. So not surprised he hit a very strong start in main tournament here. We're going to take that Burna into Spike Cave and get Group W continuing with Pitloven. I probably butchered that one, actually, now that I think about it.
Pitloven.
Yeah,
close enough. Yeah, we're close. We have such an international community here. You know, those little differences and pronunciations is really hard to keep up with at times. But
yeah,
this is a global community, and you know, there's tons of side tournaments run throughout the year from each of these. You know, I saw some call-outs for German tournament runners or the Nordic community, and the Spanish community especially is quite strong. Yeah,
I think like the German, Nordic, Spanish. There's a strong French community too. You always hear like every year about the those regions running their own tournaments. It is really cool to see just all those little kind of like sub-communities, keeping it going strong. W is going to conclude with Incoherent.
Yeah, like even like right now, I think the French community is actually simulcasting this reveal in French. So like, there's a very large international presence.
Yeah,
great.
I love to see it. This is such a huge rando. Like it was basically kind of a given, but like it's still good to see. Like it's so strong all over the place. Yeah.
And for TR, we do need the Quake medallion. We don't have that one yet.
So you know how much I had to resist not randomizing those TR pegs.
I would have been funny.
You guys have this set up so far.
Humbug would have gotten up here and been like, "Wait."
I mean, we're only just out of the festive with the April Fool's type settings, so definitely tempting.
It was tempting.
Yeah, I don't blame the temptation there. Group X kicking off with Tam, seed number 2. We got our 4th sword there in Super Bunny as well. We have a ton of hearts, red mail, all the swords, both bows. We are loaded already. We still got a good chunk more to go here. Right,
we got some arrows.
Yeah.
Group X.
Big Dunka joining Tam there.
Intentional powder?
We're gonna grab grabbing the ether medallion because why not? Just going for 100% inventory.
Yeah, unless we missaw it and it was actually Quake.
Unless it actually was Quake. I'm pretty sure I saw ether though. Oh, it was Quake. What the heck? I swear I saw ether there. Okay, well no, it's on the doorstep. All right, never mind. I think chat was saying that too. And we were just not really paying attention. Sorry, chat.
We're having too much fun, you know? We're getting to see 128 names revealed in real time.
Yeah.
Getting all these additional facts about the quals from Sinek himself.
I'm sure it's about as close as you can be onto the medallion activation there and still get it.
It makes a big difference in time, really.
Yeah.
Like, those stairs are slow.
They are. The sooner you can do that, the better. You save some frames.
Like, I mean, what's the saying is that there's really no one place you're gonna save 10 minutes. But
yeah.
But there are like 100 places where you're gonna save 10 seconds. So
1 second a screen adds up over the course of hundreds of screens.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, there's a hook shot. Okay, it's just.
You just
one of my qualifiers had that. It was a hook shot and compass chest right there in TR. I forget which seed it was, but I remember that distinctly.
I mean, at this point, might as well just, you could just leave. Do no, I guess get the green pendant, then go down, do Saha, go back up after doing Swamp and Pyramid Fairy.
I think yeah. I mean, now you can just go for it. I think it was my Ambrosia, actually, because I think I did TR backwards in that one. I discovered the hook shot in there. I'm just like, ugh. All right, fine. If you got that Ambrosia seed, hello.
I will say on the plus side, we haven't had a single required double dip dungeon.
No, definitely not. It's been fairly nice in that regard, at least. There's the big key and chomps.
Of course, we're saying, this is go mode item wise. This is not really go mode because we're still short quite a few tickets to the main tourney and finding out the rest of these groups. So Ganon is not vulnerable still.
Yeah, we got 34 to go. We're almost in the final quarter of the groups. Chat's talking about glitching a GT or something. We haven't told him he can't, but I'd imagine he's going to stick to the rule set probably.
Yeah, probably, we do have a specific set of rules for these about, glitching and whatnot. There's the 10 bomb. So we didn't get rid of all the bombs.
The 10 bomb is still there, the unique item.
You want to know why?
Is it special somehow?
It's considered a progression item.
Oh, the 10 bomb is. I had no idea.
Huh.
Yeah, because it's taken into account logically for standard.
Oh, right. Because that is. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it did not get shoved out of the pool.
Oh, this was. I mean, this was standard, but it was a Kaz boots. So.
Yeah. But the thing is that when we build the world, like we have to know like what pool, like which items are in. So so at that point, like it's already considered advancement. So
right. If this was open, is the 10 bomb doesn't matter then?
I think it's 1 second.
Like, oh, good question. Hold on. Group X, seed number 69, nice, is Dariki. That'll be third quartile for Group X. We have one more ticket coming for that. Could be right here in the big chest.
And it is
Group X.
Closing out. Yeah.
Seed Mario.
Yeah, Power to Mario. Big shout outs to Mario from last year as well. Had run, I think, the most quals of any of our runners when we were all live.
I believe so, yeah. I think Power to Mario was one of those who was just like, I'm going to do as many as possible.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's here. He can tell us how many he did.
To answer your question, yes, it is always considered an advancement item.
Okay, cool.
We don't downgrade it just because it's not standard.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But it usually doesn't matter, right? Because we're not pushing items out of the pool. But
yeah,
that really only matters like when you're doing something like this where we're putting like a bunch of items in the pool, because like junk is the last things to get put in. So yeah.
Now, is this single arrow still in the pool here, or is that considered junk and got rid of? Ooh.
I know it's considered junk. I know the arrow is considered a junk item. But I don't know if I took it out.
Laser bridge.
I mean, I left it in.
Kicking off Group Y, we do have a structural Mike, and then, hey, I'm in Group Y with Mike.
There you go. Starting off the last quarter of the groups here. We're going to see if we get a third member of Group Y. Yep, that's going to be Vilx. Yep. I'll do my best. Maybe we get the last Y on Trinex, actually, here. Quite possible.
If not, we should probably see that runner in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, we'll be cleaning up Hookshot Cave on our way out of here. I assume all of Mike's group will be playing season set. I hope so. I'd be up for that.
Unfortunately, the arrow did get pushed out of the pool.
Ah, dang.
It's the greatest unique item ever, and it's gone.
Nice backdoor Trinex.
Setting up for the double spin. Here we go. And yep, very nicely done. Good, clean Trinex kill.
Wait for that item drop to confirm we're going to get our last ticket for that group. Here it is. Tailin 116. Rounding out the group. Seed 112. Almost. You're only 4 off from your numbers on your seed there, actually, there. Very nearly nailed it. That'll be a fun group. What do you think about the group? How you feeling?
I'm looking forward to a competitive set of 6 races and hopefully moving on. That's my goal. I don't count anything, though.
This will be our green pennant turn-in, having just finished TR. Who's going to be on green pennant today? Who's ticket number 101? Going to start off Group Z. It's going to be... Oh, never mind.
Nobody!
Just Sahasrala saying, hey, I love you. Thanks for turning in green pennant. Proud of you for getting number 1. And now we're going to head into Swamp. which is worth a grand total of 8 possible tickets today. We could get 2 full groups in Swamp.
I mean, we're still missing 5 hearts.
We could get 3 tickets in Swamp and 5 hearts. Sure, why not?
Well, we can't get 5 hearts. We do know 1 is on PED.
Oh, right. No, yeah, true.
I actually don't know if I miscounted or not. There might actually not be 20 full hearts.
Oh, okay.
I guess we'll find out.
I mean, I'm not going to be upset or disappointed if there aren't 20 total hearts in the pool, or 20 in the seed total. Yeah.
In previous reveals I've done, seeds I've made, I've messed that up. So I wouldn't put it past me to mess it up again.
We're still, of course, missing that mirror shield. There's the big find.
Yeah.
Group Z kicking off with Priere 57.
Seed number 17.
By the way, you do know that there's 1 heart container on PED, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
We did see that. And again, you can see the SpeedGaming bot putting those links in chat if you want to get caught up here. The main tournament schedule is there, speedgaming.org/ALTTPR. Even the challenge there, you can see these groups being updated in real time. And the Discord link there for ALTTP randomizer.
Oh yes, and we are being told for our international crew, Group Z.
Okay, fair enough. Yes.
Yes, of course. Our apologies for our Americanness on this one.
Sabo, I'd still call it Z. I'm a traitor. Setting up for the left side diver.
I'm waiting for Big Key to be on Argus, and we still have to go back in anyway.
Yeah. Okay, we could have 2 tickets over here in left side swamp. Who will they be?
A lot of people talking about doing this routing for Swamp Palace and not forgetting to do the South chest or the wraparound chest. I'm sure nobody does that, because we do get their next runner in Group Z, Thelane.
Zed.
Sorry. Z, Zed. I'll say it each. I'll try to remember each time. And continuing, we got Flip Heel.
Head back over to the big central room of swamp and check the compass chest, which definitely doesn't have a compass in it, and we'll see if we can conclude that group. See who's going to join those 2.
Yeah, we still have a few items that are unaccounted for. Mushroom, Ether Medallion. I'm seeing conflicting reports about whether or not we've actually found the bug net.
I don't remember seeing a bug net.
Some viewers saying we did, some saying we have not, so... concluding Group Z, Group Z is Magnet Hands. So there you go.
Ending with the correct letter.
Yes, we're ending with the Z, Z, whatever you want to call it.
No big key yet. It could still be on the boss, which would be, as you say, ideal.
I mean, ideal would be in the big chest.
Yeah, I mean...
depends on your outlook. Like, I don't know. I always sympathize with runners. I don't want them to have the worst things possible. Group AA starting off with our 5th seed in Ninjembra, and there's the big key.
Oh, there it is. Humbug is planning on re-entering for the big chest. Hey, like a heart. Up to 16. Amaris is the bug net was in Cackwell? Maybe. I don't remember seeing it. I don't know. I'm not sure it exists yet.
So in terms of route at this point, you go back in, you open the Swamp Big Chest, you do Pyramid Ferry. Then we're probably heading up the mountain for Hookshot Cave and GT.
Yeah.
We still have the Aga Ledge. Lumberjack Ledge does have a ticket.
Yep. We do indeed have to climb AT for that. This is effectively an all dungeon seed. Group AA's next member will be Karithil.
And here we go with our return to Swamp Palace. Real quick for the big chest.
Yeah. Oh, it's time. It's time for that GTBK prediction in the chat. If you've got some points to spend, and you probably do, or on SpeedGaming main here, put those points in. Let's see.
Next up in Group AA, we do have Norsk Maddie. So still one runner left in Group AA.
And we're going to head up and probably find at least one of those in Pyramid Ferry. Yeah, this route's really nicely, actually, because you can go from Pyramid Ferry right into Agate Tower. And just wrap this whole thing up, then go up the mountain for one last trip.
Yeah, and can do GT into Ganon, really, at that point. Should have all the pieces. Yeah. I think the only thing that complicates it is if we find a mushroom somewhere in GT or Hookshot Cave, and one of our names is there. But there's our mirror shield. Yay! Oh no, we are confused. And closing out Group AA, we do have Zaphakil. I was gonna say the shield hating crowd is in shambles. We have the mirror shield today.
Not only that, it's in Pyramid Ferry of all places. Yep. I love it.
I'm not sorry for not removing it.
I completely agree with you. I'm not somebody who goes out of my way for it, but shields are important. Shields have feelings too.
Yeah. I'm a mirror shield lover. I'll take it every time. Despite being on a league team with someone who is vehemently against shields. Hello, Trey.
So what you're saying for next year's April Fool's Festival, we'll add a post-gen option that lets you disable your shields.
Someone would appreciate that. I haven't seen my other league team yet pop up. I'm still eagerly awaiting to see one name in particular. See where they land. We've got 20 tickets to go as 5 groups to resolve.
And the people who want to just see more shields and chests, play Shop Sanity. That's always a fun little variant where you get even more shields. Although shop ones get to show up.
Yeah. If you're gonna do that, you may as well just play True Pot Hunt at that point. Exactly.
Let's just go pure, insanity.
That way, several of the pots you pull also have shield into them. It's fun.
Right.
I enjoy True Pond. It's definitely one of my favorite things to come out of the M tournament. The AvianArt. That's right, it was. Yeah, the AvianArt tournament.
Yeah, can you remind me what was that specifically?
It was it was a little side meme-ish tournament with some just off-the-wall modes. I think the true highlight mode of that tournament was the true pot hunt. A lot of people really enjoyed that. It was a
213 out of 420. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically you get about half the pool, but it's in true pottery. So like there are over 1,000 checks in the game, and what the mode basically comes down to is when you have access to a dungeon, you dig as much of it as you can once you find it. So it was cross entrances, full key. It was cross keys with pottery basically, and you find a dungeon, you dig as much as you can. You probably don't come back because you'll need about half the pool, so you rarely double dip dungeons. It's fun.
You start with a lamp, flute, and boots, and about 400 rupees.
420 rupees. Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
Yes. In true meme fashion.
Yes, of course.
And see, and I thought I was just being a meme lord by creating Ice Rod Hunt. The people just like, you know what? We're gonna take that up 420%.
Oh yeah, no, the AvianArt crew was they did that very well.
Yep. And that was like they had 5, I think, modes that were selectable, and the one that just when they got to groups and brackets, it became as long as you and your opponent agree on the mode, you can do whichever you want. If you can't agree, it's a shuffle. I think they found that the mode that got picked the most was True Pot Hunt.
Bug drops a bomb in the hole just to make sure Ganon's on his toes.
Are we not picking up that name on Lumberjack? Oh, we are going back for it, I guess, now.
For that, yeah.
I was thinking maybe we're going to see, like, a go through the breezeway.
Yeah, I guess he's doing the slow way here. I mean, if you're gonna mirror back the light world, he misses just flute to 8 and take the whirlpool. I've been told that's the fastest method to get back to Lumberjack, and I'm willing to believe it.
I was gonna say we got a few people saying flute 8.
Yeah.
In chat, so.
Okay. Moment of truth. Who's on Lumberjack? It's P-Train.
Yeah, kicking off Group A. Still missing that mushroom. Oh man.
No mushroom. We had our other ones. We had Powder pop up real early, and the shovel was in Skullfront.
Yeah, I was thinking, we're good.
you got dead rocked. You did that to yourself. That was terrible dealing with those. Let's be honest. Number one qualifier can't even handle these. Yeah, there you go. That's how you handle dead rocks.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we were gonna get our 128 out of GT, but at this rate, I gotta believe there's a good chance we're gonna see one at Potion Shop.
Yeah.
You know what's going to be fun? V32 Enemizer, where you might have to actually do that to dead rocks in a clear kill room. And it'll be in logic to do it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it. I unironically love this. I am someone who enjoys Enemizer a lot, and I'm like, that makes me happy to hear. And you're going to get a lot of people who are immediately in chat going, oh no, please don't. Enemizer is polarizing in this community.
I have said that as long as we can get rid of the spikes on thin bridges, I think I could enjoy Enemizer a lot more.
Or if you're going to keep them, at least have the vulnerability items be considered logically.
Yes.
Because I certainly don't hate those. I'm like, oh, Enemizer. Every time I see a large yellow spike on the Crumble Bridge and Pod, I'm like, yep, this is normal. Ooh, Boomerang.
Brewers fan JP, our Quartile 2 runner for the group AB.
Yeah, we're going to get a third one here probably. It's going to be Hydropower 78 for Seed 74. We're going to run over and get into Ganon's Tower. 17 tickets to go. There are more than 17 checks in GT. It's possible we get them all here, or it's like you've been saying, it's possible we get a mushroom in here, and that ends up being our very last one.
Yeah, we're still missing 3 heart containers, and at least a mushroom and an ether. Yes, we did see ether tablet. Hey, a heart container. And closing out Group AB, we do have Cube, or was that Cube Soldier or Cub Soldier?
Cube Soldier, yeah. And with no small keys and hope, we are forced left. We'll see how Humbug routes this afterwards. We're going to start off with who's on the torch. Who's in the top quartile on the torch? It's Zelga. Starting off Group AC. Stalfos room here. He's got the mirror out. Looks like he's going to go right after this. We got 1 small key, and there's the big. If you guessed Stalfos room, you are correct. 2 small keys. And our second ticket for Group AC, it's Matt 7898. Humbug's going to take the, yep. Despite being forced left by a no key and hope room, he's still going to head right after Stalfos room. It is a decision you are allowed to make. Condolences to the next 2 names.
We are going to get...
Let's go.
Yep.
I mean, we only saw, 2 small keys in Stalfos. I'm pretty sure tile's a key, or it's very likely at this point, but yeah, sure, why not? Go for it. Pretty sure early tile after Hope and then Stalfos is probably its own special brand of meme. There's Chloe Seed 82 in Group 8C. Okay, fine, chat. You got the bug nuts in his inventory. Fair enough. You got me.
Okay.
I'm willing to accept it, being that we've seen it on the screen.
The tracker sometimes does eat inputs. It happens.
Compass room concluding Group AC in Red Kitsune. 2 foxes in that group. And starting off AD, we've got Paradox 64, seed 18, followed by Rot for seed 62. And Faker Jr. for seed 72.
Yeah, we got 3 more names out of into the next group already. Jeez. And that's the thing, we don't have a ton left. We're down to just missing 9 names now.
Yeah. I guess to head back to the left to wrap up the rest of GT Basement. Yeah.
Closing out our group, we do have T-Stu, seed 111.
The chat was asking if there's a document. Yeah, the challenge has been linked, and it is being updated live as the results are, as the names are revealed. Two groups left, 8 more tickets. If your name has not yet been picked, look at the other 7 names that haven't been picked. If you have the up and you think these are probably going to be likely to be your opponents.
Yep. You got a 50-50 shot for each of the other quartiles now at this point.
Yeah. Bonk.
Starting off Group AE, Vortex of Doom, seed 31. Ether Medallion in the bottom right. Top right is a heart, and closing out CS Tutor, seed 39.
6 names to go. We're almost done. What is this chest order? Yeah.
We still got a chance for 5 more names here. In the basement, we've got 5 checks left.
Yep. 3 behind Ice Armos, 1 in Bob's chest, and we could have a ticket in the big chest as well. We're going to see that first. Ta-da! It's the mushroom.
Seed was never going to make it easy.
I'm definitely hoping for the last ticket on mushroom. I'm waiting for it.
Yep.
Then we get to see who of our 4th quartile runners ends up being on. Oh, the 50 rupee. Wow.
Oh, wow.
There's some money in the pool after all. Color me surprised. I thought it was all gone.
That's actually technically junk, so that survived.
Yeah. How much space for junk is in the pool? I can't imagine there's very many.
No, I didn't even count. All right.
And our next runner in Group AE was Sir Linkalot.
By the way, I feel vindicated. There were, in fact, 20 hearts.
Nice. So we've got all of them that aren't unped. We have seen the 20th heart, and I think that's good enough for me.
Yeah. I did not miscount.
Confirm name of mushroom, yeah, because we've got 4 checks in the climb, and then, yeah, that's going to be the last one is on mushroom. I don't know if we saw Sankheart, though. Not sure whether we got it. I don't think there's unique text for Sankheart.
No, it would have caused a health refill, though.
I don't know. I'm not aware if we ever got it. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't notice one specifically.
Yeah, we've picked up enough hearts while being at full, so it's impossible to say. I mean, more than likely we did get the Sankheart, considering we've picked up 9 out of 10 of them.
I don't know if I removed it or not.
You can't remove the Sankheart. What the heck?
Oh no! All right, it was at King. It was King's Tomb.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
We did get the Sankheart. Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that would have been kind of that'd be quite the injustice leave Sankheart out.
It really would. Yeah, Slim Kirby saying we'll technically in our last group once we get the next name, but we will still read it out as the tickets come. I'm not even looking at the list of names. I'm keeping myself as much in the dark as possible.
I don't remember who's left at this point.
I could pull up the list and look, but I'd rather just wait for it to come up on stream.
Yeah, the next 5 names, it's going to be like you open it. We open the chest. It's going to be like, we haven't seen this person yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Down to the wire.
I shuffled the names and put them in the ROM, and I don't even know what they are. So.
I mean, that just goes to show you that there are hundreds upon hundreds of names in this community. You got to think we get to choose 128 of them for this tournament. There's not going to remember who every single one of them is, unless you can memorize a list like that. In which case, that's awesome. I want your superpower.
But we have reached the top of the tower and are gonna start getting some chests again and some names. Crom is going to close out Group AE. Starting off the final group, Group AF begins with Malxanthalos.
I think the very coveted Group AF.
Yes, definitely a group that is known for their changing of the name. Continues with Dazed Cloud.
It's a dead Moldarm, very much nicer than his first encounter on top of Hera. We've got the 3rd in Group AF. It's Yagamoth.
And we're leaving GT.
The pyramid hole was open. I mean,
yeah, it is fast Ganon, so.
It's mushroom time. We've got 1 ticket left. Who's it going to be? There is one final name. Our last fourth quartile runner. Moment of truth. It is AK Drizzt. Seed 127.
And there we go. We do have a pig to kill and some congratulations to give to Humbug. But there you have it. There are our 32 groups for the main tournament. And Humbug, truly a man of the people here, it looks. Wait. Are we going?
Why are you going through this way? What are you doing?
What?
What
is Humbug doing, actually?
I don't know.
Like, he's doing something. I guess we'll see. We'll see what he's doing.
All right.
You can't steal the shield.
You can't lose the mirror shield. What are you doing? Are you specifically trying to throw all your arrows? Are you going to just a... He's... Cool. Alright, go get the heart and we'll get out of here. Interesting. I don't think anyone ever sees that spot of Skullwoods. You never mirror there. Oh, he's not even getting the heart. Come on, man.
Oh.
I was excited and then confused and now disappointed.
Yeah, what a roller coaster.
And there you go. You can begin to schedule your matches, but it takes a little bit of time. But yeah.
We had some fun putting text in the ROM, as you may have noticed. We're not done with that either. We have more to come. Such good Ganon fight music. Ah, I love it.
Yes.
This MSU goes so hard.
Yeah, as we said earlier, what's going to happen is over the next 3 weeks, we will be entering the group stages. Every runner who you've seen named here today will be playing a total of 6 matches, 2 matches against each other member of the group. Top 2 members or top 2 runners from each group will move on into the bracket stage. And that will be a single elimination bracket.
One more arrow to Ganon. That's gonna do it. Get those GGs in chat as we are gonna wait for Humbug to walk across the bridge. There he goes. That'll do it. We do have, like I said, we do have more text to come though, so stick around and see what we have left. Thank you all who played in the qualifiers, all several hundred of you. I think we had over 300 just unique runners who attempted at least one qual, something like 330-ish,
Yeah.
I think.
A little over 300, 295 posted
okay.
the score. 242 people did all 5. It's still bony.
Shout outs again to our returning champion, Obscure, coming in, I believe, was seed number 4. Still a very strong runner. Hecker Robotown.
Some of it shamefully stolen from last year.
Sure.
Some jokes are too good to go away. First name to the draw, Mr. Ed.
And that was, so Mr. Ed was the first to start an async run when the qualifiers opened on April 2nd. Shout outs again to our crew for today. Sabo for leading us in and kind of explaining what we're doing here. Thanks again to Jesse, Radical Summer 99 for my co-commentator, and to Samimas for tracking today. Did not set par, Link's uncle. Sadly, his run ended much too soon.
He really gave it a good shot.
He did. whatever for sale.
And as we said, just to kind of tag on again with the comms and trackers, we do still accept signups. If you haven't done it before, do make sure to put in a sign up. We can work with you to to get in and start doing so. Just made groups maximum barnage. Yeah, our seed 128 this year got in after 4 drops happened.
Zelga and Linlin async buddies. They were they 2 runners who scored highly, but the story they have in common is they were both assigned the same set of 5 async seeds just by sheer happenstance.
Just finished in time. Swagalicious there actually was our last async run starter, starting just before the deadline on that final Sunday.
Whack-a-mole prototype. So I'm gonna say if they played them in the same order. Oh, that's even better.
Wow. Who?
Who? Exactly. Who?
I don't know who you're talking about. Is this good? Never seen him before.
Nope.
What a weirdo. Look at him. Hope he gets stung by that bee. Did not make this a plando. Thanks again to Sinek for putting all this together, both this reveal stream and the tremendous amount of incredible work he's done through even making this whole async process possible. Twitch chat is always waiting for what's on ped. It's true.
Yes.
Do we have Humbug coming in? Do we know?
I am unaware.
Assumedly, probably I think I've had to mark him as finished. He'll get the invite like normal, probably.
And then hopefully this tournament concludes this summer.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Yeah, definitely will.
There definitely won't be extenuating circumstance that makes it drag on. As our credits continue, you're going to see all our names are on screen. Starting off again with our lead tournament admin, Sabotender. The continuing admins on the team: Adirondack Rick, Iceman F1, Ryowick, Slim Kirby, Sinek, and our leaders as follows. And welcome to the booth, Humbug. Thanks for playing for us.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me play, and thanks for not doing this tonight. That was very nice of you.
You know, it could have been really easy to put that Moon Pearl in even worse spot. Wait, never mind. I did not do any. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah. Like that is as memey as Moon Pearls get, right? Kind of.
Just about. I was hoping for checkerboard personally, but it's still pretty good.
Right. That you have to bunny walk all the way over there. That would make sense, but yeah. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. It was like I'm not used to read a fast scrolling chat while I play, you know.
Yeah.
But it was it worked, and it was really fun.
Yes, we're very appreciative of the delays you gave us to make sure we read all of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry for getting the delay on Sick Kid. I realized it as I saw it, and I chuckled, and then no, wait, dang it!
It was on screen just enough. We still got it. Yeah.
Okay. Good. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Congratulations again on getting a number 1 seed. What do you think of your group?
Remind me again of who's in my group.
There
have been so many names scrolling through my head now. I have no idea anymore.
Don't blame you.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. I believe.
And oh yeah, right. Turns out the mirror shield is too heavy to get eaten. I'm sorry, Flip Heel. I did what I could. I tried to honor you, but it was apparently too heavy, and I just couldn't put it down. So that is what it is.
Yeah, Humbug, your group is Rob J. Beasley, Ace Zero, and Walter.
Yeah, that's my reaction, basically. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, that's a tough. That's a really, really tough group. I know that Walter has been on a hiatus for a while, but he is back, and he has so much experience with the game that I'm really, really scared of him. Ace and Rob are both really, really skilled NMG player and rando players, so this can go either way. Like, any one of us can make it out of the group, and it's going to be a bloodbath no matter what.
Yeah, we've definitely seen some names kind of just come out of relative hiding for coming back from a main tournament. Like another one, like I think ACMLM, kind of one of the veterans in the community has been really not active much, but like, oh, he's back and as qualified, and it's like, all right, welcome back.
I was gonna say, I think ACMLM's kind of return started with last season of Ladder and just been hitting the grindstone, hitting the punching bag, I guess, of getting back into running shape.
Yeah.
So
shout out to the old guard coming back.
Yeah.
I like that.
214. Why didn't you pick up the ped heart? You're right there. You should have grabbed it.
I know. I got sad about the shield, and it wouldn't have been a 216 anyway because I didn't do Harmless Hellway because I was a small key. So
that's true.
I did literally everything else, but Harmless Hellway, I was just it's.
I mean, the 6 keys there. You're gonna skip it, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is the same collection rate we had when we tested it. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad it worked again.
You're on par.
Even though I was the one who played it this time.
Though you did do it it did take you like 20 minutes less though.
All right, fair.
Something #1 qualifier seed. Something.
Yeah. That was fun. That was very, very fun, and thank you very much for having me and putting this show together. It's fun with tourney. It's fun with tourney season. I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to how this tournament plays out. Even though I'm not participating personally, but I'm going to be watching a lot of matches and commentating and doing work on the back end. We're all keeping busy. Congrats and thanks again for playing it for us. Thanks again to our crew, SMS and Radical Cyber 99. Sinek again for hanging out with us and giving us lots of cool insight and trivia, and again for putting this whole thing together. And thanks everyone for watching. That's gonna do it for us, unless you two have any other further comments for us.
Just as we said, groups, everything will be set up momentarily for those of you in the tournament. You'll be able to start scheduling your matches, once again, 3 weeks to get all 6 of those in.
Oh yeah, and if you are looking for I believe the Challenge Cup reveals happen in about 35 minutes. We'll get those groups going on about 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. So those are happening soon if you're taking part on that side of things. So see some of you there. But until next time, y'all, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here with us. We'll see you around soon. There's going to be a lot of rando coming up very fast on SpeedGaming, so make sure you're following all the channels and keep an eye on that schedule. And we'll see you around for the next one. Take care.